Okay, so we have a big breaking news coming out when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Russia unleashed its fourth major strike on Ukraine this month, taking at least 13 civilians Saturday as it rained hundreds of drones and missiles down on the country's western cities, once considered safe from this biblical war. All right, so Putin basically he's a madman, a mad man. Today, well, this operation here, 625, I think 25 drones. Yesterday, 400 drones. The day before yesterday, 700 plus drones. What in the world is going on with Putin? Now, Donald said this coming Monday he's gonna put out a statement, very important statement. And Donald said he had it up to here with Putin. So I never seen anything like this. Stuff like this. I mean, it wasn't happening under Joe. I mean, yes, under Joe there was war, but under Donald, drone operation is just way up there. I mean, 700 drones, 500 drones. I mean, that's crazy. All right, so we're going to see what's going on here, guys. And Donald said that he's going to send a message, and it's going to happen this Monday. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also description box. Thank you so much for your support. One thing I'll tell you is that Putin has changed, and he's basically telling Donald, I don't care what you think, I don't care what you say, I'll do whatever I want. All right, I'm not Iran. All right, I got nukes, they don't. So the bear strike has taken 13 across Ukraine as Putin strike previously safe cities as part of a new strategy. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Very important updates. Please share the video. The Kremlin launched 623 drones and 26 missiles on its neighbor, Ukraine Air Force said, including 319 Persian-made drones. The Bear Strongman Putin military has leaned heavily on the so-called kamikaze drones as part of its new campaign in recent weeks. Guys, I don't know how many drones they have, but Russia, they probably got like 50,000 drones or more. I mean, every day it's like more than 500. Man, this is the new future. This is the Terminator stuff. Again, you seen the movie Terminator? And they go to Rooster again. You seen the movie Terminator? You got drones in the sky and everything, AI stuff, and that was foreshadowing movie. Ukraine military managed to take down nearly half of the drones and most of its missiles, but the blistering barrage still left a trail of destruction across the war-torn land. Putin, man, what are you trying? Again, what are you doing here, man? Let me just pause the video here. There we go. So 26 years old woman and a 43 years old man were out by falling debris from a drone. My condolences and prayers to the families and friends that lost their loved ones. I just have that feeling that Donald is going to drop the hammer. He's going to do something that no nation have the guts to do, and that's drop something big on St. Pete or Moscow. So it says here the fear just went through my whole body. Everything felt numb, and my head was foggy. One resident told the Kiev Independent. I grabbed my infant as he was naked, just in a diaper, and ran barefoot to the parking lot Fires ripped through the western city, torching homes and administrative buildings, shops, and cars, leaving behind collapsed structures, torched cars, and piles of rubble. Now, we did post a video that this was going to happen. We posted a video way before this operation took place. So again, guys, make sure you hit that notification bell and share the video. But man, it's very sad. It's very sad that this is where we at. This is where we at right now. So fires ripped through the western city, torching homes and other facilities. I read that part. Now it says here, in Lviv, near the Polish border, 6 were impacted, including an 11-year-old, the governor said. The Bear Country, the Bear drones, destroyed 46 homes, a university, the city's court, and about 20 buildings, officials there reported. Man, that's a lot of property gone. It's truly terrifying, this person said, another resident. Your heart jumps out of your chest when you hear the sound of the Shahed drone. Those are the Iranian drones. Then GUN fire, then explosion. It says here, the Bear troops were also effective in their continued strike on areas along the border and occupied territories. 3 Ukrainians were out in the southeastern, I'm going to skip that name, region, where the Bear captured a first village this week after a month-long incursion in the neighboring Zaporizhia region, the site of a nuclear plant. 2 innocents were out in a strike. Now 4 more were also out in Sumy region by a Bear-guided bomb, and another 4 were out in Donetsk. Man. Donald said that he's keeping an eye on this. And he said he's not happy with Putin. He's not happy with Putin. Donald said that innocents are being taken out. But Donald, you shouldn't talk. You shouldn't talk. Because even the Holy Land is taking out innocent in Gaza. Okay? And you're sending a lot of stuff to the Holy Land. They're using our stuff to strike those innocents out there. 50,000+ gone, mostly young ones and women. All right, so Donald, you can't say much when it comes to this biblical war here. You can't say much when you yourself are doing the same thing out there in Mid-East. You're helping Ben. All right, so the Bear Ministry of Defense said it targeted defense industry targets across several Ukrainian cities. The ministry said it also struck a military airfield. That follows the deadliest month of the biblical war on record, when 232 out, man, and 1,343 ended in June. Man, that's sad. Crazy numbers. Once again, the Bear Gov has ramped up its long-range strike in recent weeks, including firing of more than 700 drones on Tuesday, during the most intense strike on Ukraine since the invasion began in 2022, and topping its record for the 3rd time in 2 weeks. I have a strong feeling that once Donald gives a statement, I have a strong feeling the Bear might launch 1,000 drones towards Ukraine, possibly Monday night, right after Donald's statement. I do believe so. There's a possibility. Experts believe that the recent wave indicates a change in strategy by Vladimir. They've never had a technical problem reaching Western Ukraine, whether Lviv or any other region, the Holy Land-based military analyst David told the Kiev Independent. Now, the reason why I believe possibly 1,000 drones could happen Monday is because there's a possibility Donald might slap sanctions on the bear, and the bear is going to be very upset. Again, don't poke the bear, don't provoke the bear. The bear is basically telling the sleeping giant, this is none of your business. You guys got your crazy war going on. You guys went and invaded 80 plus land ever since WW2, the end of WW2. It says here, it has always been a question of priority. Zelensky said Saturday, the pace of the bear strike demand decisive action and can be curbed through sanctions right now. Tough secondary sanctions are needed against everyone helping the bear produce drones and profit from oil. Now, this war can only be stopped through strength. We expect not just signals from our partners, but actions that will save lives. Now, it says here, Donald, meanwhile, announced on Friday that he plans to make a major statement. There you go. On the bear early next week, as the Senate consider legislation to force sanctions on Putin. That's the big one. So we're going to see what's going to happen next week. Well, they're saying Monday, all right? So it could happen Monday. It could happen somewhere next week. But buckle up for that one. That's, again, that's going to be a big one. Now, in that sanction, in that bill, there's also punishment for any countries out there who buys oil from the bear, Russia. The two big ones is India and I think China. They're like the big top countries that buy a lot of oil from the bear. Now, anybody that buys oil from them would get slapped 500% tariffs. 500. Yeah, the bear's not going to be pleased. They're not going to be pleased with that. They're possibly going to fire 1,000 plus drones. Once again, the president has openly flirted with stepping up sanctions on Moscow, as well as imposing penalties on customers of the bear oil, minerals, and other goods. Now, once again, the U.S. has also resumed sending military aid to Ukraine earlier this week, after Donald reversed a decision by the Pentagon to stop shipment. Now, don't get me wrong, Donald really tried with Putin. I give credit to Donald. All right, Donald spoke to that man more than 6 times. And more than 6 times, that radio doomsday or judgment day Russian radio has been blasting all these encrypted code message every time they talk. So Donald spoke to Putin more than 6 times, and Donald always said that it was a great conversation, but then, Vladimir just backstabs him. Every time there's a phone call, Vladimir backstabs him by striking Ukraine really hard. All right, so we're going to see what's going to happen these next few days, guys. But buckle up. At the same time, there is very important meeting going on in North Korea. All right, so North Korea is also going to get involved in this biblical war. They're going to be sending, I think 30,000 soldiers. That's a lot. So nobody even thinking of using force against North Korea. That's coming out from Lvov. All right, so that's the bear foreign minister. Says Pyongyang, North Korea capital, come to corresponding conclusion on U.S.-led army buildup nearby. We understand reasons why they are pursuing their nuclear program. They're sending a message. Nobody mess with North K. Kim is so happy. All right, give me a second here, guys. Here's the map. Wow. Drones. 600 plus drones. You see that the eastern part was not touched, like the Zaporizhia and Kherson, Lviv, those regions was not touched because again, those are the region that's been annexed by Russia back in 2022 or 2023. Another combined strike on Ukraine. The enemy main target is the West, but other regions were also affected. It is previously known that the bear used a large number of drones and missiles. Yeah, big ones. So the question here, what's next? The question here, what's next? So again, guys, I will keep it updated when it comes to this news. Donald is going to send a message this Monday. I don't know if he's gonna address the nation, possibly, you know, whatever, giving us updates. He possibly gonna do that through Truth Social and Twitter. But again, guys, this is where we are right now. This is a trending drone strike going on, and it's happening every day. It used to be like once a week or twice a month, but now it's happening every day. Putin is a madman. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Faith and trust in Jesus Christ. For He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.